Hi everybody, this is Joe Cruz. Welcome to these Christian Times YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about guillotines in the U.S. So, is there a conspiracy that the American public is not aware of where the government has 30,000 guillotines stored around Fema camps? Now, when I did this story, this was done on August 31st. I actually thought, wow, this is, some really good stuff. Now, I'm kind of debating maybe where the story really came from, but I leave it up to you as the listener to make that decision on your own. You have to look for information on your own. Don't take my word for it. You have to find if there's any type of truth to the matter. Okay? So don't take my word for what I'm saying. You're a grown, responsible individual. Find that information. Don't leave it to me because I might give you the wrong information. So when I first got the story, I got it off the Harley Factor WordPress, and the Harley Factor is a pretty interesting blog. I really like it a lot. That one has a collie in there, and if you go to the Harley Factor WordPress, you'll see the collie is the writer of the blog, and it's from a dog perspective, and writing for God, and it's a male collie. So if you go there, I think you will find it really interesting, and I think you will actually fall in love with the blog the way I did when I first came across it. So. Tell me what you think of that. But anyway, so if there are guillotines in the U.S., is there 30,000 guillotines stored in FEMA camps? Well, we can go to Snoops, which, of course, they always have something that tells them it's false, or they'll have something that tells them that's true. Like if they're the ones that supposedly are the group that can disprove any type of myth. Well, I'm not a big Snoops guy because of some of the things that I've read about them, and they don't seem to lean or slant a certain direction unless it suits their purposes. So that's just on my opinion about Snoops. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. But like I said, find it yourself. Anyway, so Snoops looks up this guillotines rumor thing, and of course they don't do enough of the investigation to come to a reliable conclusion, because actually this story, the guillotines been stored in the U.S., has been going back since in the 1990s, folks. So it's not something that just happened. Look, on Lindley Oz right now, it says, she wrote an article too, on July of this year, and her sensational awarding for her story just released. Executions by guillotines finally passed in the USA, and government pushing for nationwide use. And she has shocking video. Yet I don't have anything that really says that there's something there that's legitimate. I'm sorry, but there's nothing. There's no laws that were passed by Georgia. Nothing. Now in Georgia there was a law that was trying to be passed. But that was in 1995-96, folks. 95-96, right here. You can see it right here. If you can, let me just make it larger for you. Right there, 1995 and 96. This was the session to pass a bill back then, and the originator of this bill was actually Doug Teeper. All right, it was representative for Louisiana. Now, remember, this been going around for quite some time. It's not like the story has been happening now. Well, on that legislation that they're going to try to pass, they were going to let executioners, or not executioners, the inmate, if they wanted to be sentenced to death, by election or by electrocution, or if they wanted to get their head chopped off by guillotine. And the only reason because of that, because if they wanted to donate their organs, then they could, and it'd be an easier, nicer way to get rid of to dispose of the inmate, basically. And that's what the inmate's choice. That wasn't something that was being passed by the Georgia state government there at the time. So that's what was going on with this. Okay, now. The article on Snoop says that if you go onto a various website, that on the various conspiracy website, that story originated from there. In actuality, that's not the case. The story was on Sharia Unveiled on WordPress, and of course, this story was, when was it dated? I'm trying to find that. June 19th of, well, over a year ago. Now remember, Lynn Liad was saying that just recently, just passed right now, and that's not true. Okay, don't forget, Lynn Liad was saying that this just happened, shocking video. I'm sorry, but there's nothing that proves to me that that's what happened. You can't go around and say that this is what's going on. Do I believe there's guillotines in the U.S. United States around Fema camps? The possibility is there. We don't know what the government does. So before you start calling out conspiracy nuts, tinfoil hat lovers or whatever, you don't know. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. All right, the FEMA camps are real. Those are real. All right. The Common Sense Show wrote an article about this too, and that was Dave Hodges, the Common Sense Show, and he supposedly has all these inside people that come to him and tell him all these things, and that's for you to decide if he's telling you the truth or not. I don't know the man personally. I don't know anything about his show that much, but some of the things when I have written about him, or from information I've gotten, has turned out to be false. So I don't know what the deal was with that. So I mean, if I'm gonna go with somebody who's gonna tell me the truth, not somebody's gonna kind of give me half of the truth, then that to me doesn't make any sense on trying to bring the truth to people. So anyways, but you got a lot of things here that that can point to it, and a lot of things that cannot point to it. Of course, about the urban legends, brings up this article here too. Now some of these things that are being talked about actually came from a former FBI agent by the name of Greg Gunderson, who died in 2011, and he supposedly said, we can go back to Dave Hodges' website here real quick. Let's see if I can find that. But he supposedly told a bunch of patriots, militia members gathering at a rally that there was up to 1,000 internment camps across the country. I have no trouble believing the statement because there's ample documentation to support his statement. So I do believe in the FEMA camps, okay, folks? But Gunderson accused the government of storing 30,000 guillotines. That is where a lot of the bulk of this information is coming from. Where did Gunderson get that information? Well, it's a possibility that he got it from, some of the information that I'm relaying to you right here. Now, let's see here. Before I go any further, I want to show you something real quick here. Here, Revelation, Prophecy, Guillotine, Execution. Since 1997, they've had these type of stories. Human guillotines, news to Woody. There's an email to somebody. It says, actually, there's a story concerning these guillotines all over the places. National news. I can't remember exactly when I heard it. The fact that it was announced is a matter of history now. So, supposedly, these guillotines have been here in the United States. Now, where is the rumor coming from? I don't know, folks. I don't know. Maybe it's somebody trying to mess with people's minds to get them all riled up. Maybe it's true. And I hope to God that it isn't. But the thing is that in the end times, there is a time when Christians' heads are going to get chopped off. They're going to get chopped off because they refuse to take the image of the beast. And I saw thrones and they that sat on them, and judgment was given to them. And the souls of the ones having been beheaded because of their witness of Jesus Christ, and because of the word of God, and who had not worshipped the beast nor its image. And I had not received the mark on their forehead or on their hand. Revelation 24. Folks, regardless if there's guillotines here or not, I don't know how people are going to die in the end times, but they're saying beheaded. It could be a big Islamic force coming in and chopping people's heads off. I don't know, but the way they're going to go about this, they're going to chop people's head. Guillotines fit that prophecy to a T. People are going to not give in to this image of the beast, or to this mark of the beast. So, like I said, it's up to you if you believe that the guillotines are here or not. If you have any information about this, send it my way. And guess what? I'll do the video with the facts that anybody might have about it. If anybody out there has any information about guillotines, that this is the truth, this is what we have, this is evidence, show them to me, folks, and I'll be more than happy to put it on YouTube and show it to you. I'm not. I got no beef for that. So, anyways, um, like I said, do your research. Don't get into the whole fear mongering. Find out yourself, folks. This is what God's about, man. God's about truth. He's not about half truth. He'll tell you this is the way, this is the life. Come to me, and I'll give you my Son Jesus Christ. God doesn't lie. He doesn't hide things from you. And people can be in human error. We create our own troubles, and we create a lot of things that may create misinformation. So the possibility is there, but then at the same time, it's not there, folks. You don't know if the guillotines are there or not. That's up to you. Come to your conclusion. Tell me what you think, and if you have information, I'll be more than happy to put it on YouTube. Thank you for visiting these Christian Times YouTube channel. Please don't forget to visit my website at www.thischristiantimes.com, and I have a Twitter feed on the side of my website. So if you click follow on here, you can start following me. So thank you. God bless you. Goodbye.